So that guy just screamed a dream as he and these hordes rush into the festival grounds in Munich, Germany. They might look like they're trying to get away from believable zombies like these, but the dream that man was alluding to appears to be getting the best seat possible at an Oktoberfest tent. That's because last month, Oktoberfest kicked off in Bavaria for its 188th edition. Officially a beer festival and carnival, it's been celebrated since 1810. With occasional years off for small things like world wars and global pandemics. But here in the year of our Lord 2023, land grabs are friendly and social distancing is out the window as crowds rush to enjoy these first tapped brews. It's tapped to a peaceful festival, says the mayor of Munich, and after he remarks that the weather is beautiful, there's lots of happy people, and nothing can go wrong, the band plays, parade floats pass by, and of course, the beer is dispensed. According to an Oktoberfest travel site, there were 5.7 million guests at 2022's festivities, and they consumed 5.6 million liters of beer. Data scientists and statisticians here at the News Refresh estimate that number works out to almost 1 liter per person. Or more realistically, several liters for several very drunk Bavarians, hence these massive platters of food. Oktoberfest officially wrapped up on October 3rd. Yeah, it ends in October and starts in September, but it'll be back in full swing again on September 21st, 2024. But in spite of the Munich mayor's sunnily tapped optimism that nothing can go wrong, he must not have seen this fun new beer report from expert climate change researchers. Yeah, that's where this is going. Let's hope he's sober enough to make out this cheery title. Climate-induced decline in the quality and quantity of European hops calls for immediate adaptation measures. In English, since I don't speak German, sorry Mr. Mayor, that roughly translates to there's a chance there's going to be less beer in the future thanks to climate change, and the beer that's going to be around might be worse, as if Corona needs the competition. So as the study notes, beer is the world's third most widely consumed beverage behind water and tea. Sorry, Pepsi. And among beer's key ingredients, water, barley, yeast, and hops, it's those high-quality late summer hops that give varieties like IPAs their trademark bitter taste. And all across Europe, these hops are at risk thanks to a warming planet. The study says when it comes to hops, there's a serious risk that much of the production will be affected by individual heat waves or drought extremes that are likely to increase under global climate change. Indeed, across hop-growing regions in Germany, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia, these experts found that from 1970 to 2018, the hop-growing season has shifted 13 days earlier into the spring. That makes the growing season less predictable and more difficult for farmers and harvesters. And by 2050, the researchers say hop yields could decline by as much as 18%. And the acid levels contained within hops, the ingredient that makes beer bitter, could be reduced by as much as 31%. Now, these researchers told CNN that, yes, of course people are still going to find ways to drink beer. People have been making paper sacks for centuries too, you know. But these unpredictable hop crop yields may lead brewers to work with different flavor profiles from different types of hops, and ultimately change the way that some varieties taste. And no, this isn't just limited to beer in Europe. The researchers say that thanks to heat waves across the USA, beer-producing regions like the Pacific Northwest are likely to be impacted too. So yeah, your Pabst Blue Ribbon might end up being a top shelf kind of beverage. Now if your first response to this is, that's fine, I'm not going to Germany for Oktoberfest, I'm going to Mexico for a margarita instead. Here's a fun study from 2019 suggesting the climate may disrupt production of agave, the main ingredient in tequila. Now if your next response to this is, that's fine, I'm not going to Mexico for margaritas, I'm going to Colorado to dip my head in the river for some water. Here's a fun study of about 2,000 lakes from earlier this year that found humans and the warming climate have driven half of the decline in natural lakes and reservoirs. And if your next response is, that's fine, I'm not going to dip my head in a river, I'm not going to Mexico, I'm going to France to enjoy some Pinot Noir. Here's some new research about grapes that finds, you see where I'm going with this, right?